Remember back in February when I came to Loch Tummel and I stayed in a cabin? Well, call this deja vu, because I'm back at Loch Tummel and I'm staying in the same cabin. But that aside, when I was here last time, I had an option one of the days to go to Pitlochry or Aberfeldy, and I chose Pitlochry. So I've come all the way back, and today I find myself in Aberfeldy. I've got a couple of adventures, but today I'm going to be focusing on this little town in the middle central part of Scotland, Aberfeldy. It's raining today, so it's not the best day for weather, but it's creating a very atmospheric type of morning, so I'm excited to get exploring. So Aberfeldy, show me what you got. Peace.
I'll turn on the camera, test my microphone, firing up the podcast, sound waves coming to your home. Gingerman with a cam is here to make your day. Gingerman with a cam, I'd like to hear you say today.
If you're an avid watcher at Gingerman, you'll know I love a good clock, and I think this is the most magnificent clock I've ever seen. 1886. I like this clock in many ways. One, it's almost at eye level, if not is at eye level, so it makes it look even bigger. Usually the grand clocks are really high up on a spire or something. And look at this, not just one, there's one, it's missing its hands, so forget about that side. There's a door here, so forget about this side too. Was there another side? Yeah, there is. Also doesn't have any hands, but you don't need hands because this side's doing all the work for you. What a start. I see a church. Well, here we go. We have a boarded up church. This is quite interesting. This is interesting because when I was in Bridgevallen, I seen a converted church into houses, and I says, what's the other option? They become overgrown and dilapidated. And this is what happens, you can't even look at the church. It's really wet and I do want to go in. Should I go in? I should go in, eh? You don't often get an opportunity to walk around an abandoned church, so here we are, Aberfeldy, abandoned church. I find this actually unbelievable that it's overgrown like this. This is the first I've seen an abandoned church. Holy moly. This is quite actually phenomenal. I mean, I'm sure if I come back here in 20 years' time, this will be luxury apartments. But right now, it's kind of trapped in this moment of dilapidation. And hopefully, it gets fixed up. I'm running out of path. This is quite unbelievable. It's the first abandoned church in what looks like very good condition church. And I've seen worse condition churches that have been restored. But this is what happens, we're out of the central belt, which I guess is where most of the investment goes in the buildings, because that's where people are. So, you know, you're not going to find this sort of thing in the middle of Dunfermline. Let's get out of here. Pitlochry and Rannoch, both on that sign. I went to them last time. It's a fancy building. So this is an area of Scotland that, as I say, I spent a lot of time, and I have spent a lot of time coming through from camping adventures, etc., and holidays. I don't know much about the history of Aberfeldy, but because of its location, it's right in this sort of central location, spouting off in all directions, north, east, south, west. So I can imagine it's a place where a lot of travellers will come through, but I'm sure we can confirm or deny my speculations very soon. Right, we're in the high street, I think. There's the Black Watch Inn. we go. So, I'm just pulling off the high street here. It's very busy with traffic, kind of as expected. That's what I was saying earlier, that location thing. There's loads of wee shops. We'll come back down this way. But here we are at the Aberfeldy War Memorial. Just sort of sneaks in there. Nice. Right, let's see what it's saying.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the Burghs of Aberfeldy.
In the upper part of the Burghs, the Monas burn rushes through the gorge, most spectacularly at the Falls of Monas. Here in the lower reaches, the water power is harnessed to generate electricity for the Aberfeldy watermill, which originally ground meal. The water runs under the town through a lade to an overshot wheel at the mill. Oh wow. Okay. So what we have here is we have what we had in Pitlochry and Rannoch, is water being a source of energy, and how the land around you, because you can't beat nature, so what they've done is they learned to live with it here in spectacular fashion. How far is the upper falls? I really wish I'd put my boots on now. I didn't go back to the car, I've just got trainers on, but I'm gonna have to suck it up. Come on. So I just had a moment of thoughtfulness and peace and tranquility there, and now I'm going for a wee walk into the, I don't know what I'm walking into. I'm just walking. Hopefully the path stays like this. This is amazing. There's a whole bunch of water flowing here. This is the third bridge to span the Monas Burn here in 100 years. The Cragnish Bridge and the Black Bridge being forerunners. Third time lucky, they say. Third time lucky. I have a terrible fear of walking over bridges, but I love bridges. Absolutely, I think they're fabulous. Amazing things. I love looking at them, I love what they do, but I find them terrifying also at the same time. I think the sun's coming out, but I can't be sure. While over their heads the hazels hing, the little birdies blithely sing, their lightly flit on wanter wing, in the Burghs of Aberfeldy. That was a hard read, I'm not gonna lie, but it's actually pretty cool how they've used the rocks that are here in this little magical bit here. I can see more houses. I don't know if this is just taking me back out of here. Ah, I just got a raindrop right in the eyeball. Perfect shot under the glasses. Bing. I'll just keep following this path up a bit. Wait a minute. Is that abandoned church I was at the start? It is. I think this is the first woodland walk that's taken me out to traffic lights. Right, confirmed. Ah, Burghs Aberfeldy, so you cross the road. It's in stages, this one. I'm crossing, cars are coming. We'll go for a wee wander up and see what else is up here. See, when it's too sunny, you can't see anything, it's like blinds you. So you want that just right amount of light, but for me this time of year creates the atmospheric feeling when you walk around. It's like magicalness. It really lights the creative spark in you. And I'm going to need it, because when I first came here I was starting to write Jack and the Beanstalk, which is going on in January. I still haven't finished it, so my mission as well is to finish Jack and the Beanstalk whilst I'm here. And I will also be climbing Schiehallion That's tomorrow in next week's episode. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Anyway, the Burks. What is this? Following the footsteps of Scotland's national poet Robert Burns, who was inspired by the natural beauty of the gorge and influenced the name and popularity of this site. Originally known as the Den of Monis, the area was renamed after a song written by Burns following his visit in August 1787. I was born in August 1988. The poet is said to have found inspiration whilst resting in a naturally formed seat by the gorge. Now, isn't that funny? Because literally just saying that I'm about to write something and I've come here to be inspired, and then I see a sign about Robbie Burns who was inspired. Tell you what, this is a spooky day today. Spooky in the good way. Right, I can't stop walking now. I've been inspired. What does this say? Please take care. The walk passes each side of a steep gorge. Oh god. After wet and cold weather, so that's pretty much right now. Perfect. Good time to have left my trainers on. I feel that I've got more balance in my trainers anyway. I'm more nimble footed. The boots can often be clunky. Right, what way? I want to check out the gorge. I'll just follow the bridge. Oh wow. This is incredible. I think I can see some mad statue up ahead as well. If I was someone sitting on a bench. I don't know if it is someone sitting on a bench or if it is a statue. My spine's tingling. I can't I'm tingling. I'm spine tingling right now. Now simmer blinks on flowery braes, and o'er the crystal streamlet plays. Come let us spend delightsome days in the Burks of Aberfeldy. Verse 1. I go around so much and amazing things always happen, but right now at this moment is just one of those perfect moments. I wasn't expecting this. I didn't know any links to Robbie Burns around here or anything. I'm not going to lie, right, but say if beanies like this were around when Robbie Burns was here, I'd have got him one. It's these sort of places it inspires you, it fills the creative mind right up. There's something about the internal energy just rises, and this is a spot of sheer beauty, and Robbie Burns caught it through word, and hopefully I can catch it through video today, and in 100 years time, 200 years time, I'll be sitting on that bench with him, immortalised. That's what I'd like to happen if someone in 100 years time's watching this. Thanks. I'm going to take a walk up this bit, get my legs ready for tomorrow. Oh, this is getting a bit more gorgy here. Oh, we've got a waterfall. This is looking lovely. All of a sudden again, the environment seems to have changed, because the water looks like ominously dark here. There's all of a sudden got a big dark drop. Hey, this is cool. This is cool. So further down you've got the romantic Robbie Burns, and up here you've got the, I don't know, the more earth-shattering dramatic stuff going on. Oh wow, here we go. Why does all the good stuff have to be up high? That's the question I'm always asking. This is what every water park, you know, when you're walking to queue up on a slide, this is what it feels like. You've got the wee bridge over the stream, the running water. This is a place of wonder. Here, Robert Burns was inspired to write the Burghs of Aberfeldy. When I'm writing my script now, my imagination is in here now. So this whole place is the setting for my panto. Like, absolutely, Aberfeldy, you got it, you're in my panto. Like, everything I'm seeing here is allowing me to picture a story in my head. And it's so powerful that it's sending like all of that excited tingles through my body. That is the power of the Burghs of Aberfeldy. Normally I wouldn't even just keep walking, I'd get some of what I wanted, because I'm not fully prepared for a big hike to nowhere that I don't know where I'm going. And I'd go back, but this place got a magnetic pull, sucking me in. Big mad waterfall drop. There's another walkway. I don't know if they had these walkways when Robbie Burns was kicking it, but he'd have just been on climbing up the rocks like a maverick. Robbie Burns must have had his cardio in good condition. Definitely. Good cardio. They don't talk about Robbie Burns' good cardio, but I can assure you it must have been fantastic. Okay, so it says here that Aberfeldy, of course, is a small market town, and you can see that because of the location, everyone coming through it. That's where you want your market towns. And then obviously it goes on about Robbie Burns, but there's another thing. The Hills of Aberfeldy, a song by Ed Sheeran, was inspired from around here. I've just listened to the song, and yes, it's a beautiful Ed Sheeran song called The Hills of Aberfeldy, and I'm getting those tingles again. So, I'm glad I kept on walking. Look at this. Holy moly. That's impressive. The braes ascend like lofty wa's, the foaming stream deep roaring fa's, o'erhung with fragrant spreading shaws, the Burghs of Aberfeldy. This is a touch of absolutely fine class at these really inspiring bits. You can read a verse out of the poem from Burns. You know what would be a nice touch actually is if they had wee speakers up throughout at these bits, just tiny wee speakers where you could hear Ed Sheeran singing The Hills of Aberfeldy. It doesn't, forget about my singing. It's like its own little world in here. Oh man, I'm excited to get over that waterfall. Oh no. Oh my god. Nice and chill on this side. Ah. Over this side. Ah. This is This is special here. I hope the path goes back round now. Right, so the sign confirmed that it's a round loop path back to the car park where I started. And we'll get into Aberfeldy. And I'll get some liquid down my throat because I'm thirsty. What an experience. I feel like just walking through there I've been almost like in another world, outer body experience. That was intense. I met a guy talking. He says Ed Sheeran comes up here quite a lot. He's got a pal here. So that would be cool. Imagine meeting Ed Sheeran walking around here doing a Gingerman episode. Right, well, I just managed to get the drone up. That was fantastic. A little bit wet, loads of obstacles in the way, like trees and stuff, but I got a little bit put together. Anyway, whilst I've got you here, I just want to thank my legends, my Patreon legends, whose names are coming up the screen now. Down and up and down, you know the drill. You guys are my heroes. And there was a new video out, hopefully just last week, if I put it out. If not, then you'll have one this week. I love you guys. If you want to join the patrons, link at the bottom. Peace. Tell you what, this whole walk today's been something else. I mean, I've been out walking for about, I'm going to say 2.5 hours now, but it's been worth it. Well worth it. I'll be exhausted by the time I get to Aberfeldy. I'll just be like, yep, this is Aberfeldy Town Hall, this is the church, peace, see you later, bye. Here we are, we're back in Aberfeldy. We've got Dewar's World of Whiskey, if you're into whiskey. Well, here we go, look at this sign. They even got a fancy sign in Aberfeldy. What are cup marked stones? Cup marking is a form of prehistoric carving, often called rock art, found in upland areas of the British Isles. There is a significant concentration of cup marked stones around Loch Tummel and along Strathie. This is their art. I wonder what it was. Oh. Not only again a place of incredible and exquisite natural beauty, we've got some prehistoric we've got some prehistoric art just lying around the place. So that's how I went earlier, down there to the Burks, and this takes you further in to the town centre. Look at this. Everything you want. There's a Himalayan craft fair, free entry, and dogs welcome. What is a Himalayan craft fair?
Yeah, this is. But I think this is nearby. I don't know the location, but
I got these for camping, and nobody knows hills more than the Nepalese people. And I just watched a documentary on the disaster, and then I went in there, and it was, you know, they're trying to make money to rebuild the places that were destroyed in, I think, the 2015 earthquakes. I done my bit. I got my slippers. I hope they fit, because he said there's just 2 sizes, so yeah. So just as I like looking at churches, I also like looking at Masonic lodges. This is number 657. And actually, this is quite a creepy one, look. It's got an eye above the, whatever that measuring tool thing is called. Look at the creepy eye. Say the name of that. Schehallien. That's what I'm climbing tomorrow. Just another reminder of what I got in front of me tomorrow. So I'm going to need my rest tonight. So I'm just going to have a wee wander along here a bit and then head back to the car. We'll get to the castle and we'll wrap this up. Oh aye. Station house. I kind of think out with the main high street, it's just all residential, and then nature all around, so it's the perfect place to live if you want to have, you know, some amenities around you, but still want to feel like, you know, you're pretty rural out here. Rural enough, there's no big Asda's or Tesco's. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Aye, is that a football pitch? Nice setup. The thing about these places as well is no 2 streets are the same. So every street you walk down, the houses all appear differently and look different. It just depends on which way you walk. That takes you back up to the main high street. It's just more housing. It's just quite a small, compact place. Very neat and tidy and lovely. Oh, this is a wee play park. Here we go. As expected, a nice, beautiful park here. It's an old watermill turned cafe behind the watermill, and it's like a bookshop. A place of culture, some might say. Look at that. In between the houses, just beautifully put, and a nice clock to add. That's the Cow and Parrot. What a name. The Cow and Parrot. So, I know that if you keep going along that road, it takes you to Loch Tummel, Kenmore, where I was in the summer. That's about 15 minutes along there, not far from here now. But we'll be heading back in that direction, in towards that bridge in Castle Menzies. Here we are, Castle Menzies, 16th century, minus the Land Rover. An absolute mammoth castle, an absolute beauty. It's not like the castles that are located on volcanoes like Edinburgh or Stirling on big hills. You know, they're about defence. I think this is more about beauty, this type of castle, because if you just look around you, it's phenomenal. You know, along there it's the Schiehallion Road, that's where I'll be going tomorrow. But right now I'm just at this castle, enjoying the moment. These horses are balling out though, because their house is a castle. You know, from this side it doesn't look as fancy and dramatic. It's almost as if, like, right, forget about the back. We'll chuck all the money in making the front look amazing. The back can look shite. That's Castle Menzies. Technically not Aberfeldy, it's in Weem, or just outside Weem. There's also a place along the road called Dull, so Weem and Dull, two new places have unlocked today. Dull, that's quite a funny name. But I'll tell you something, there's nothing dull about anywhere around here. It's all amazing, and the story will continue. Tomorrow for me I'll be climbing Schiehallion, but you'll have to wait till next week to watch that. But today I've been in Aberfeldy and it's been amazing. Thanks for having me. Peace.
Well, it was a lovely to see you. It's the end of the show. Bring on tomorrow.